गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट। लास्ट टाइम हमने जो है कंट्रीब्यूटर का जो व्यू होता है फॉर द सक्सेस, जो विजन है उसका, उस पर डिस्कस किया था। काफी सारे हमने एप्लीकेशन एग्जाम्पल भी देखे थे। राइट, अभी भी आपको एक और दिख रहा होगा सामने एप्लीकेशन एग्जाम्पल डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम का। ओके, तो अभी और डिस्कस करते हैं, फिर हम देखते हैं कि स्वामी विवेकानंद की क्या थॉट थी जो हम सक्सेस विजन की जो बात कर रहे हैं उसके रिगार्डिंग। ओके, सो अब्दुल कलाम, एपीजे डॉक्टर अब्दुल कलाम जो थे, at the end of third year at MIT, Abdul Kalam was given a project to design a low-level attack aircraft. Kalam took up the responsibility of preparing and drawing its aerodynamic design. Kalam's professor reviewed the project and declared Kalam's work to be gloomy and disappointing. Kalam asked for 1 month's time to complete the task, but was given only 3 days by his professor. Kalam stayed up whole night and completed the project successfully. The professor said in Kalam's praise, I knew I was putting you under immense pressure by asking you to meet an impossible deadline. I never expected you to perform so well. April 20, 1989 was scheduled to be the Agni missile launch date under Kalam's leadership. Due to safety reasons, Kalam had to cancel the missile launch. The media took up the chance to create much controversy around this. The missile launch was cancelled once again when it was scheduled to launch on May 1, 1989. One of the cartoons in the media after the failure of the first two launches of Agni. While, while addressing an assembly of 2,000 persons on May 8, 1989, Kalam said, I promise you we will be back after successfully launching Agni before the end of this month. It was Kalam's inner strength and self-confidence behind Agni's success. Finally, it took off at 7:10 hours. It was a perfect launch. So यहाँ पे कुछ यहाँ पे दिखे हुए हैं, आप देखोगे। Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam says, we should not give up and we should not allow the problem to defeat us. Three things are important for success: design capability, goal setting, realization, and the strength to withstand the setbacks. To succeed in your mission, you must have single minded devotion to your goal. There are forces in life working for you and against you. One must distinguish the beneficial ones and choose correctly between them. Dream, dream, dream. Convert these dreams into thoughts and then transform them into action. काफी सारी थॉट्स जो लिखी है स्टूडेंट्स, आपने बहुत सारे मोटिवेशनल वीडियो वगैरह आप देखते होंगे, बहुत आप सुनते भी होंगे। पर कई चीजें जब हम उन पे, वो कहते हैं ना कि आप एक चीज पे फोकस करो। राइट, तो जब अब्दुल कलाम के सामने आपने देखो कि इम्पॉसिबल जो लग रहा था टारगेट, उनको भी उन्होंने कंप्लीट किया जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ देयर, मतलब एक तो सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस होना बहुत जरूरी चीज है कि यस आई कैन डू। ओके, so the pressure and expectation of the presidential post never got to Dr. Kalam. The usual full-sleeved blue shirt, the long grey hair, and his various most commonly used words like fantastic, what's happening, etc. always remained with him. Situations never changed the person Dr. Kalam is. Despite being a president of India, he was easily approachable to students, civilians, and politicians. In his last public function as president, he had an advice for the countrymen: don't take gifts that come with a purpose and build families with character and good value system. Okay. Now the next application example, Amritya Sen's success vision, finding solutions to the problems which affect the well-being of the community. Professor Sen, ये जो अमर्त्य सेन थे, इंडियन इकोनॉमिस्ट थे, awarded the 1998 Nobel Prize in Economic Science for his contribution to the welfare economic and social choice theory and for his interest in the problem of society's poorest members. Professor Sen is an Indian economist born in Bengal in 1933. He received his doctorate from the University of Cambridge. He has been a professor in India, Britain, and the United States. He was awarded the 1998 Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences for his contribution to welfare economics and social choice theory. At the age of 9, Amartya Sen witnessed the Bengal famine of 1943, in which 3 million people died. He also witnessed a lot of violence occur in India during the time of partition. These two events made him decide to study economics and find out solutions to the problems. which affect the well-being of the community. ये फेमाइन बंगाल फेमाइन जो आया था 1943 में, ये आपको उसकी पिक्चर दिखाई दी है, where an estimated 1.5 to 4 million people died of starvation, malnutrition and disease. तो उस टाइम उन्होंने डिसाइड किया कि मैं कुछ मतलब प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन ढूंढूंगा. Then work to find out the cause of famine and develop practical solutions for preventing or limiting the effects of real or perceived shortages of food. Famines are easy to prevent if there is a serious effort to do so. Famines occur not only from a lack of food but also from inequalities built into mechanisms for distributing food. Amartya Sen believes that humans should account to one another. For example, if a stranger asks the way to the railway station, the local would not send him to the post office because one should account to one another. Showing his accountability towards mankind, Sen has utilized his domain knowledge of economics towards the welfare of society. His philosophical work has made deep explorations into issues of justice, inequality, morality, liberty, freedom, rationality, and objectivity. Sen designed methods of measuring poverty that gave useful information for improving economic conditions for the poor. The policies of many organizations and governments are influenced by the theories and practical examples Sen has written in his research papers and books. Amartya Sen has been called the conscience and the Mother Teresa of economics. उन्होंने इतना नॉलेज उसका गेन कर लिया, उन पे इतना इफेक्ट उस चीज का पड़ा जब उन्होंने फेमाइन को देखा, तो उन्होंने क्या चीज सोची कि मैं कुछ ऐसा करूंगा कि मैं इस प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन निकाल पाऊं. ओके, सो देयर आर सम प्रोजेक्ट वर्क फॉर यू स्टूडेंट्स, जो भी आपको लगता है यू कैन डू. अब स्वामी विवेकानंद का क्या थॉट है, expand your vision of success. Swami Vivekanand wanted each one us to have a large vision of success so that we create material, intellectual, and spiritual success not only for ourselves but also for our fellow men and our whole country. Make the character of Mahavir, Hanuman, your ideal. See how at the command of Ramchandra he crossed the ocean. He had no care for life or death. He was a perfect master of his senses and wonderfully sagacious. Build your life on this great ideal of personal service. Through that ideal, all the other ideas will gradually manifest themselves in life. Obedience to the Guru without questioning and strict observance of Brahmacharya. This is the secret of success. Every man should take up his own ideal and endeavor to accomplish it. That is a surer way of progress than taking up other men's ideals, which he can never hope to accomplish. For instance, we take a child at first give him the task of walking 20 miles. Either the little one dies or one in a thousand crawls the 20 miles to reach the end exhausted and half dead. That is like what we generally try to do with the world. All the men and women in any society are not of the same mind, capacity, or of the same power to do things. They must have different ideals, and we have no right to sneer at any ideal. Let everyone do the best he can for realizing his own ideal. Nor is it right that I should be judged by your standard or you by mine. The apple tree should not be judged by the standard of the oak, nor the oak by that of the apple. To judge the apple tree, you must take the apple standard, and for the oak, its own standard. Purity in thought, speech, and act is absolutely necessary. As for thirst after knowledge, it is an old law that we all get whatever we want. None of us can get anything other than what we fix our hearts upon. There must be a continuous struggle, a constant fight, an unremitting grappling with our lower nature, till the higher want is actually felt and victory is achieved. The student who sets out with such a spirit of perseverance will surely find success at last. There is success and failure in every work, but I am inclined to believe that one who is coward will be born after death as an insect or a worm, that there is no salvation for a covered man after millions of years of penance. Well, shall I after all be born as a worm? In my eyes, this world is mere play, and it will always remain as such, should one spend 6 long months brooding over the questions of honor and disgrace, gain and loss pertaining to this. We talk foolishly against material civilization. The graves are sore, even taking all that foolishness for granted. In all India, there are, say, 100,000 really spiritual men and women. Now, for the spiritualization of these, must 300 millions be sunk in savagery and starvation. Why should any starve? The secret of success of the Westerns is the power of organization and combination. That is only possible with mutual trust and cooperation and help. Now here is Vidchand Gandhi, the Jain, whom you knew in Bombay. This man never takes anything but pure vegetables, even in this terribly cold climate, and tooth and nail tries to defend his countrymen and religion. The people of this country, America, like him very well, but what are they, Indians, doing who sent him over? They, yani कि Indians, are trying to outcast him. It is jealousy that holds them down. Power and things like that will come by themselves. Put yourself to work, and you will find such tremendous power coming to you that you will feel it hard to bear. Even the last work done for other awakens the power within. Even thinking the least good for of others gradually instills into the heart the strength of a lion. ये देखो एक स्टोरी टाइप दिया हुआ है कि स्वामी विवेकानंद stayed for about 11 days sometime in the latter part of 1891 as a guest of Lal Shankar Uma Shankar Trivedi in Ahmedabad after he first entered Gujarat from Ajmer. Lal Shankar was the guiding force behind many associations founded in Gujarat during the Renaissance period like the Gujarat Vernacular Society, Buddhivardhak Sabha and several other social and educational institutions connected with women's education and the uplift of untouchables. तो स्टूडेंट्स ये थॉट थी हमारे स्वामी विवेकानंद की कि आपको अगर सक्सेस पानी है तो सबसे पहली चीज उनका क्या उनकी तरफ से हमको क्या गाइडेंस मिलती है कि सबसे पहले हमारे को एक आइडियल अपना अपना एक गुरु बनाना चाहिए और उसे उन्हें फॉलो करना चाहिए। जरूरी नहीं है कि आप मतलब वो दूसरे का गुरु को ही फॉलो करो, आपका खुद का एक व्यू होना चाहिए, आपके खुद के गुरु होने चाहिए जिनको आप मतलब अनकंडीशनली फॉलो करो। फिर उनको लेकर के आपके मन में कोई क्वेश्चंस राइज नहीं होना चाहिए। ठीक है, जैसे उन्होंने सबसे पहले हनुमान का एग्जाम्पल दिया कि किस तरीके से उन्होंने अपने जो मतलब रामचंद्र की किस तरीके से उन्होंने कमांड को फॉलो किया कि उन्होंने ओशन को क्रॉस करने के पहले सोचा भी नहीं, मतलब कोई फियर नहीं था उनके मन में। राइट। तो किसी को आइडियल बनाओ तो इस तरीके से बनाओ कि उनकी हर चीज को आप फॉलो करो, देन यू विल गेट द सक्सेस। ओके, सो थैंक यू एवरीवन।